and welcome to everyone for another episode today. Today is probably going to be the very first episode of me actually working on the new project, which is the Ducati Monster. First things first though, before I actually dive into actually stripping the whole bike down, but there's one big problem before I actually ride it anywhere, is I've noticed a leak. Front fork leaks. The front fork seals were changed. Before I got the bike, they were changed. I know that because there's a load of receipts that came with the bike. The person previous to me looked after the bike, and yeah, there was a receipt there for a fork seal change, but they haven't quite done the job. They are leaking, and they're leaking quite a bit as well. So that's today's job. I want to see if I can use a really cheap tool called SealMate to actually fix this issue. With it being new seals, I'm kind of thinking, well, maybe a bit of dirt has gone in. So the idea behind this is that the SealMate will go in, get rid of all the dirt and see this. If it works, then it saved me time more than money, because it's so cheap to get some fork seals on it. It's the time to actually do it myself. See if that works. Now, there is one easy way to see if your fork seals are leaking. Simply spot the massive puddle that could easily drown an insect. That is a leak. And look at my forks, they are pretty dirty. I mean, look at that. But that is the seal that I need to fix. So what I'm going to be using is this SealMate by Motion Pro, and it claims to be able to get rid of all the dirt in between your fork seal simply by taking this dust cap off and poking this through and literally hooking the dirt from between the seal and the fork. Let's see if it'll work. So with that dust cap off now, what it tells you to do is to actually poke the fork seal against the fork like that and poke it up and then scoop it around. So let's try that. So what I need to do is pump it a couple of times, literally front brake on, push it down, pump it, and see what happens. You can see since I've pumped it now, there's a bit more oil coming out there, and it says on the instructions that is normal. You can also see a bit of dirt, so what I'm going to do is wipe that down now, and then give it another couple of goes with this. Keep on wiping, probably do it about 3 or 4 times altogether. Dust cap back on. Now let's do the same to the other side. I mean, that does look a heck of a lot cleaner. I need to obviously fill up the top with oil because it's leaked quite a bit, I think. Clean the wheels. I mean, that's just a tiny bit of clean there, but my gosh, this bike's not been cleaned in ages. And do the same to the other side, where the other side still looks a bit khaki. So with both these seals done now, it's time to fill up the forks, and they're not the easiest in the world because they're obviously behind the handlebars here, so I need to take the bars off and then fill up the forks from there. And that's that. Dust cap's gone back on. I've taken the bike up and down the road, no leak at all. I mean, it all looks good. It all holds now, nothing to worry about. So I guess this is a perfect fix if you know that you've got new fork seals. If your fork seals are seriously gone, then obviously it's not going to do anything for you. But in terms of a tool to get rid of debris and all sorts in between that, dust and all the rubbish that pretty much your wheel's going to be throwing up, that, and if anything does go past the dust seal, which it will, then it's a good tool for that. I'm seriously happy with how that's worked out for such a cheap piece of tool. That'll pass this year's MOT. Right, it's so hot here now, so I think I'm going to call it quits for this video and get on with my next job. And the next job is going to be actually shaping up a new fuel tank for this Ducati behind me here. If you want to stay up to date with this build, which there'll be more videos coming soon, and the rest of the stuff we've got going on, Diamond City Cycles build as well, then subscribe, hit that bell icon. So until next week's video, ride safe, stay safe, I'll see you then.